Alright, let's see if we can find this guy on the regular radio. We still gotta work on this 101 some more. Needs a bunch of work. I'm hoping. Okay. Well, we can do this. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's on 313. Okay. Which is a really bad frequency to be on during the day, by the way. At least here in the United States. There's a bunch of Canadian jammers and all sorts of weird stuff that goes on. You see, it's actually pretty noisy on here, too. Yeah. Now, the radio that would be the best probably for this is either my 3000 or the 710. Alright. So, we're going to try out the 3000. Now, they say this 3000 is like, really, really, really good receiver, and this and that. And I think it's probably pretty good, but I don't know how good it is. This is pretty noisy too. .4.
Damit man weiß, wo man steht oder wo die Dinge stehen. Danach kann man eigentlich überhaupt erst was zu der Geschichte sagen. Ja, dann weiß man, haben wir es hier mit einer lokalen Geschichte oder mit der determinierten, aber wie gesagt, das mache ich am besten hier dann über den Sprechstrahl.
So what I do on that one is I set up the contour as the opposite. Alright, let's try this radio. Okay. We've got stuff covering the speaker.
Ich
this,
Daher so ergebnisorientierter.
if you get it just right,
Wichtig mir, dass die Sachen funktionieren. Also, I wish you one guter Pizza und bis zum Warten. Ciao.
they all seem to be really similar, you know. We have that might be it for him. And I don't know if there's like a width. And I have the filter down here. So this one has a bunch of in-rod filters and it cascades them together. I don't know how effective it is or where it's best used. It appears the guy's gone, so. He's there, he's just getting weak. Alright, I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna use Zygoon. Make sure that okay. All right. Turn the volume down on this. We can hear them. Now, okay, I got my RF gain all the way up. The noise reduction, I don't know how to adjust it, but the depth is like the only adjustment I see. It definitely does something, but I've got the underwater sound. We need filters for 2700, 24. I'm not sure. That was 27. This one's 24. Oh, that was 18. By the way, I sent Ray Doherty a message. I said, why does this thing have so many birdies? Is it hardware or is it software? and we'll see if they reply. I'm sure they will eventually. I really, really like the radio, but I'm not a QRP guy, and I don't like these birdies that are on the radio. Like, it's stupid. But anyway, let's get out of this menu. The guy is fading pretty rapidly, so we really can't hear him on here. So just kind of bad timing. Let me get this volume off on that. So I'm back over to the 920. Turn that off. Really don't hear anything now. But you can kind of tell, like, you know, that's how the band kind of comes and goes sometimes, but you can kind of tell that all the radios are very, very close. And, like, just casually observing, like, none of them really outperform one or the other. What we really need to do is get that ICOM 751 hooked up, because that actually has a very good receiver. So anyway, we go back over to this one, and I like, this is, the ICOM's my favorite radio. I know that people say it's not the best radio, but I love it. And so, that's all that matters for me. I don't care whatever its weaknesses are, I like it. And I actually find the Spectrum scope on this more useful than the 7000, which actually has a worthless waterfall. Nothing really strange there. I think what it is, yeah, Turner. AM. You can totally listen to AM on sideband. But sideband's a little rough on AM. Something was right there. Probably the triple nuts. The Triple H all worked all SDRs. I have absolutely zero respect for these people that get on here and they do the Worked All States DXnet and they're listening to the web SDR. I mean, I got on this net for like 10 years, you know, and I watched people get their Worked All States that there's no way they even got it. Like, there hasn't even been, you know, all of the bands, you know, been so bad in the last 5 or 6, 7 years, you know. But there's people that suddenly got their Worked All States on that net that there was just absolutely no way. Like, they'd had to, you know, call up people or something and get people to get on the net. Anyway, it is what it is. So there's pretty much not a lot on the band. These guys are gone. Stanley and these guys might be on here. This is another stay away from frequency. But Stan is okay. I don't know about the other guys that get on there. You know, a bunch of them are definitely bad news.
We got one lane, just traffic jam, the traffic they have all kinds of equipment out there. EWI van, all kinds of stuff, motorcycle, cop, chaser vehicles. And they're not only checking for DWI, which is uniquely what they do, they're also going to flash on the Caltrans orange sign that has a digital backlit sign. It says DUI/DL checkpoint. So they're checking people for driver's license as well.
So you want to see a bunch of spikes on the band?
There are 5 cars in the parking lot of the Napa Auto. They were doing their thing. Guys were out there doing their thing.
Now they kind of move around. There's no antenna. Anyway. They do kind of disappear when you hook the antenna to it. Because the noise is so bad that you can't, pick it up anymore. So usually what I do at this radio, I turn the RF gain down. It gets rid of a lot of the noise. It reduces the birdies. One thing that's annoying is you push the radio and it starts to move on you. So you need to hold it. Now I've never played with any of these settings. So you can change the span, you can change some other stuff.
We don't have that technology. We just have to do the test, and then the people perform the test.
Now look at that.
Yeah, they put on a good show. A lot of good actors out there.
It really does get rid of a lot of the noise. So I'm trying to think, I think a 4-inch display, isn't that like technically the size of the display on the 7300 and the 710? Or is it bigger on those? I mean, it works.
They have a 40-hour background investigation. State laws required, 40 hours in California.
Now, the problem is, the speaker in this radio isn't real good. If you have any kind of outside noise, like right now I have a fan going in here, and it makes it hard for me to hear the radio.
Somebody might know this person, about this person, and that's not in the background. That's not part of the packet. They say, oh yeah, the guy worked for the 7-Eleven in high school. And then, they just kind of zing in there and say, did you know this person, and, oh yeah, and then, they get a nod.